shots.
Yeah,
Cool.
and when he left, they still went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah,
and they played better.
But I'm saying they still.
No, when we say making someone better, means in theory it means this.
Play ball says, boy, they try to take my stuff off monetization. So
right, you gotta watch that.
Right, they be like, wait a minute, how long was that clip?
Man, it was 4 seconds. Stop playing me.
First of all, we'll end on here. Whose team is it in Phoenix? And if it is KD's team, can people stop griping on KD and recognize him as a leader? Or is it
he's not?
He's not. Why isn't KD a leader?
He's not. He's proven it in every destination.
Welcome back to the CVMK show. It's your man, your boy, the legend himself, CVMK33. Look back with another one. Mr. CVMK, Cody Vernon March, for those who know. Look, we got an amazing, and I do mean episode. We're talking all things Bears. It's the Chicago episode. I'm calling this the Chicago episode, so I had to bring in one of the finest, one of the best. Stevo Spez with us. Stevo, how you doing today, man?
What's the word, man? Yeah, you came to talk about my favorite sport. I'm geek now.
We're doing football, man. NFL, we're getting ready, man. I already feel the sun cooling off.
Man.
Ready for it, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Super excited about this episode. Thank you for thank you for being on again. Definitely want to get to it. I want to hear your points because, we got a lot of chit chat out there. We got a lot of haters. We got a lot of people talking out of the side of their mouth, calling people a bust, and we have to break it down. So I couldn't think of anybody else to bring on the show but Stevo himself. But what we got to do? We got to pay the bills.
Pay them bills.
You know how we pay the bills? With the best supplements out there, www.cvkglobal.store. Watch this ad sponsor, and we'll be back with some heat.
There's a hero in all of us waiting to be unleashed. All it takes is just that one last push. Activate the hero within with CVMK Global Supplements. All natural, steroid-free, designed to enhance performance, build muscle, and increase energy. You are unstoppable. You can do this. Become your own hero at www.cvmkglobal.store.
Check out www.cvmkglobal.store with the best proteins, pre-workouts. Look, I want you to get Warrior Thirst. You know why? Because I want you to get the gun show, which I got out right now. The only way you're going to get the guns is the Warrior Thirst or Superpower. That's for the real lifters. Superpower is a secret, though. But start with the Warrior Thirst and let's see what happens. www.cvmkglobal.store. And subscribe to this page. Don't just watch. Don't just like. CVMK. Let's get into it. Look, there's been a lot of chatter. Chatter is the best word for it. And I like this guy right here, right? I like Colin Cowherd.
You do?
I do. See, I'm sorry. I think his voice is butter. Like
yeah. He got the voice for it for sure.
He does. He has the radio voice. Like if you're stuck in traffic and you turn it on the radio, if people turn on the radio anymore, like I just want to hear Colin talk sports. Even when Colin's wrong, Colin's right. Colin had a lot to say. Before we get into what Colin broke down, what is your opinion of Colin Cowherd?
Well, me personally, I don't call him Colin Cowherd. I call him clickbait because that's all he does. He's a human clickbait machine. That's all he does. Like I've also noticed he don't really listen to what he says or go back to watch what he says because everything he says, he be like, okay, you said this week. Now you saying it this week. It ain't mixing. It ain't mixing. You're contradicting yourself here. So it's like he just a natural media dude, one of them national media nerds that's just following the agenda. He's one of those dudes that he hears a general thing that's going around and jumps on it, and that's what he does. He doesn't really go and actually look and then come back with a thought-based analysis, in my opinion.
So do you think he's a real journalist, or do you think he's just talking points that create triggers?
I'm pretty sure he's probably a very good journalist. It's just he's at a position now that's not what they're paying him for.
That's fair. That's fair. He's paid for the reaction.
Yes.
That's fair.
That's exactly what it is.
We're going to call this segment QB Bust or QB Must. I always say you got to start with the resume. You know, first of all, Justin Fields has only played 2 years.
Right.
So it's not fair to compare him to the Patties. Patties going into a 7th year. The Tom Brady's, who just retired over 20 seasons for a 2-year quarterback. Even though Brady technically won it, But anyway, that's beyond the point. When you break down, there has been improvement from yards thrown to completion percentage. He's gone up a whole percentage, or actually a percentage point and a half. In percentage completions, but this is where it still struggles because his QBR is still under 60. His TD to interception ratio has gotten better, but it's still very high, 17-11, 7-10 the first season, which means he threw for more picks than TDs. But this is where Colin might have a point. Check out the yards completed versus the rushing yards. He only increased 400 yards completed with 3 more games played, but his rushing yards completed more than tripled, almost a 3x. He went from 420 to 1143, which means either he is in love with the run, or 3 things: they have no weapons offensively to throw to, or he's not playing his natural position, because a quarterback we base off of yards completed, yards thrown. Stevo, what's your thoughts?
All right, let me break this down because I just broke it down once, and I just keep doing it, so it's kind of news to me. So, first of all, the reason why it was such a jump in rushing is one, scheme change. When we came over here, with Lou Gesky, he was like, all right, this pass protection is god awful garbage, and they're really special. They're not special, but they're only really good at is run blocking. So we want to win games and put Justin in the best position. We're going to run the ball. So we was already a very run heavy team, in which we already was. We're known for our running backs throughout the years. We had David. Before that, we had people like Matt Forte, Josh Howard. Like, is it Josh Howard? It's some Howard. But I know it. That's what we're known for. So when it came to him, we realized, okay, he does have speed on him. So if we drop back, if we decided the first few games, especially this year's where you really get a good sample size of it, is like the first few, I say 6 games before that Patriots game, we were sitting there trying to drop. It wasn't working. He was getting popped. So he was like, okay, he's well behind the pocket. He know how to make plays. He's a playmaker, but let's see what he does. And the whole scheme, I wouldn't say the scheme flipped, but the whole idea flipped to we're going to become run heavy. We're going to make sure we're going to basically turn him into a playmaker. We're not going to have him in the pocket because he's not going to survive in the pocket. After he said hike, Sam Mustipher was in his face. That's just the sad truth. He was not a NFL center. We didn't have a professional NFL O-line. They was god awful. So it wasn't that he was in love with it. It was like, okay, if I try to stand back here and try to pass, which I want to do, I'm going to die. So I'm going to run for my life. And that's what happened. And that's what you look at the trajectory. And then when it comes to QBR can be a little bit skewed, but like, when I look at Colin Cowherd, when it brings that up, it's like, okay, you want to sit in there calling Josh Allen bust when his QBR was 49.2.
True.
Justice ain't never been that low. But his first year, and you threw him into the fire halfway. First of all, he didn't even start. You didn't want to start him, and then you had to because he was hurt, and then you put him in against one of the best defensive lines that we've ever seen in the Cleveland Browns. Well, I won't say we ever seen, but definitely one of the best O-lines in the league at the point. So he gets demolished. That whole year, you show indirects was by Matt Nagy. He didn't want to run the ball at all. when we was only a run successful team. So we was sitting there, he was getting popped, he was trying to throw, and then you wouldn't allow him to throw for over 20 passes. That's another thing people don't want to bring up. You can't sit here and expect him to throw for 3,000, 4,000 yards and have high completion yards when they only allow him to throw it maybe 20 times.
True.
So that's the whole thing where people be talking about, oh, he's a running back. Y'all did not know this man can run like that till he got to the league. I wonder why. Like, he was a certified pocket passer in Ohio State. Now he's a running back. Like, people just be talking.
I agree. I think the lack of coaching leadership, the lack of offensive weapons to throw to.
I didn't even bring that up. That's the sad part.
I can't name. He doesn't have a top 20 wide receiver. Not a top 10, not a 5. We're talking about a top 20.
Mooney was his wide receiver.
Mooney, right?
And he got hurt.
We're not talking about, the Diggs of the world. We're not talking about the Tyreek Hills of the world. Not even Antonio Brown, which they could probably get.
Probably.
we're talking about 0 weapons, and he had to make it happen. I think it's too early to throw Justin on the bus. I said this: if they would have traded Justin for some more picks, I would have been okay because Justin would have got the better end of the deal. And I wanted Justin personally to go to either the Raiders because they just got rid of their quarterback and Derek Carr, or send Justin, because Devontae Adams is over there, send Justin to Dallas. And the reason why I wanted him to be a Cowboy, because Justin's not a game manager. Justin Fields would have been that piece that pushes them over the top, because he's a wild card. Like, if Justin clicks, you're talking about, you might be looking at, Cam Newton with,
But that's the thing. And then that's the thing. I've been watching Justin since he was 13 years old. He's been drilled passing his whole career.
Right.
This is the most running he's ever done since high school. And he didn't even run that much. Right. He ran, but not as nearly. So he's always been that, I want to be a pocket passer. I want to understand game management, because for the lack of better, everybody like to throw out the game management term as a bad thing, but at your core, what makes the successfuls great are their excellent game managers.
That's true.
And the thing with, like, the people just kill me with, I don't think he can be a pocket. We've seen it at Ohio State. If you give him some weapons, if you get him an O-line, he's gonna dot people up. That's just what's going to happen. He sat there and went to the Elite 11 with Trevor Lawrence, who's been Andrew Luck for everybody, and beat him.
It's true.
He been a neck and neck passing yardage, same neck and neck with Trevor Lawrence, who's been hired as one of the best passers to come out in that generation. So how do we go from, I don't know if he can do it, or I blame Patrick Mahomes?
Why do you blame Patrick Mahomes?
Because people get this notion of, oh, he happened so fast. He was in the most perfect situation. I would love for Justin to be in the They was just in the playoffs before they drafted him.
That's true.
They had a Hall of Fame tight end waiting for him.
That's true.
Weapons around him. Then he gets a Hall of Fame coach, and y'all see, no, he turned around and then sat behind Alex Smith for a year.
He did. After Alex came back from that horrific health scare.
Exactly. And then but y'all forget all that. But he's supposed to figure out with Matt Nagy. He's supposed to figure out in 2 years. When has a quarterback ever figured out in 3 years?
I thought Matt Nagy, first of all, was a bad hire. I thought that they should have kept Lovie Smith. I thought Matt Nagy, even though he didn't make the playoffs, I mean, the Bears had the pieces, and then they had their quarterback. Is this dude even in the league anymore?
What? Mitch. Was that still Lovey? I don't think Lovey was a part of the bench.
That's what I'm saying with Nagy. Like, is Mitch in the league? Like, Mitch, they had Mitch.
Mitch is a backup for Pittsburgh.
Right. So, you know,
behind Kenny throw a Pickett.
Right. So, I mean, I just thought that the Bears have to change from the top down, not the bottom up. And I think it begins, honestly, with an executive management. I wish the team would be sold to a owner that really wants to invest, wants to throw their full weight behind the Bears.
You ain't got no confidence in this new regime?
I mean, I know they're going to Arlington or Naperville or somewhere out of Chicago.
No, forget that. Let me say you real quick. Can I say you real quick?
All right, let's go.
Let me say you real quick. First of all, this is the first time in, I believe, 15 to 20 years where we have a completely different president, let alone GM. Our GM was an accountant named Ted Phillips, an accountant. He wasn't hired because he was a good football mind. No. He was hired. No, I'm so serious. I used to work for the McCaskey, so I know. Okay. So he got the Bears out of debt in the 90s. They was in tremendous debt. Oh, wow. And repayance and that. They said, all right, we'll make you our president for the next 20 years. And that's what happened. And then this is why I have a new juvenated feeling about the Bears. Because if it was still the same old Bears, I feel George McCaskey has finally stepped back and was like, look here, I'm a fan. I don't know football. These are his words. This is not me. I don't know football like that. I am more of a fan than a football. I'm going to hire people that know football more than I do.
Yeah.
So what do he go out there and do? He go pick up a young GM who's been one of the key contributors of a new dynasty that's starting in the Chiefs. Okay, yeah, he young. He still got to prove himself out good, but he done made for somebody we was in complete purgatory, paying people that was either entering their prime or out their prime the most amount of money, traded them all away, got some picks back. We had no picks, get all our picks back, and then we get a first round pick on top of that as his first year. Didn't even know that was going to happen. And then with trading away the first pick, got a just in case Justin don't work back, he got a top pick to work with. Then he gets another person from the Philly organization. What has Philly been doing? They're the second probably best team that's been growing as an organization.
That's true.
And then the final step, you go to Vikings and give up. Wow, it was just in my head. Kevin, what's his last name? The president.
Oh.
But if y'all don't know, Kevin, he was once the commissioner for the Big Ten, and he was also a part of the like I said, the Minnesota Vikings, and he's one of the big reasons why they got that new stadium and why they're even in the best situation they have been in years. Mm. So me personally, that's why, because they're finally getting out their way. For years, the Bears have always been, we want one of ours in making the decisions, but you don't know football.
Is it Kevin Warren? Oh, no.
Kevin Warren. That's exactly his name. Kevin Warren. Just look up his accolades. They're ridiculous.
No. Kevin O'Connell.
Kevin Warren. That's his.
Warren,
that's the president. Right. Kevin Warren is the president, our new president. So he's in charge of the new deal. He's even with Arlington Heights. We don't even know we're going to Arlington Heights because they trying to play with us.
Yeah, that's true. We don't have
so he's saying like, bro, I'm putting us in the best foot forward. He's one of the most respected people around the league. Not even in college, in the league. He has a good relationship with Justin going back to college because, like I said, he's a commissioner for the Big Ten. So yeah, I just feel like out of every generation, like I've paid attention to in the Bears history, this is the most promising because they're finally getting out their way.
I'm not mad. I want to play this.
It's not even that necessary.
No, it's not.
It really ain't. And he making it such a big deal. I'm surprised he made it a topic. I was like, you for real? Oh, your ratings is down. And you know we gonna click because we Chicago. I get you.
You know what I think? I think I'm okay with Colin because I'm okay with the way he phrased it. And I can break it down. He phrases it basically in a way that Justin Fields' ego is speaking louder than his game, and he brings up Johnny Manziel. He brings up Baker Mayfield, and he says it's not that Justin can't play. It's just that when you start talking without the credentials, it reeks of the lack of self-awareness. And he's like, that's when it starts smelling like a bus. That's what he officially calls it.
I'm gonna be honest with you. That was the worst part, because I was like, okay, you really don't know who Justin is for real, then.
Yeah, I think Justin is one of the most humble quarterbacks
and self-aware.
Yeah.
But my thing is, we gonna get the video because I don't want to dive into it.
Nah, you go, yeah.
But like the whole thing of this premise of, he can't talk about it. He called himself one of the best runner. Why not? Why not? This is not a situation where it's longevity behind it. No, it's not. Running is a physical trait, not a skill.
It's true.
So if we want to talk about that, all those great running backs quarterbacks you'd have brought up that are runners, did they get close to Vic record? No. He did it behind no line. And it wasn't out of, I can't throw, I'm a run. It was, I'm about to die, so I'm running.
He did.
So, and then that's the whole thing. Like, he was like, he won't heal. So y'all want him, y'all compare him to a running back, and then he say, well, I'm one of the best, which he is, because like I said, if he did not get injured, aka pulled, because he got pulled. I don't care.
He got pulled. He didn't get injured.
He got pulled. If he didn't get pulled, he would have broke Vic record with ease.
He would have broke Vic record. He got pulled the last two games.
So if your name is going to be under Vic as one of the all-time rushers in the season, what are we talking about? It got to be over a sustain. If he a good runner now and don't get hurt, he gonna be a bad runner 5 years from now.
I agree with you. I think here's my problem. I do think Justin is getting too much flack. I think they're searching for a story.
That's exactly what it is.
I think Justin is super uber talented
and confident.
And confident. I think, but I do think, because I've seen him throw. I do think the throwing part, his athleticism is greater than his arm right now. And even the arm is a part of athleticism, so that might sound contradictory. But I'm
going to say you some clips after this.
All right, it's not a put down. I think it's like this. It's like when an NBA player has a 50-inch vertical. What are the chances of them developing a good 3-point shot?
I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think my analogy would be is like, Justin is like a Jalen Green. He's uber talented, he's uber athletic, but the game hasn't slowed down yet.
I get it.
Because to me, the arm talent is probably what people are sleeping on. He got one of the strongest arms. People are comparing, he has throws that are Patrick Mahomes-esque, which everybody can't do, which is going back to his baseball days.
That's true.
His velocity, he has some of the best touch in his draft, and you can't teach touch.
No, you can't.
So when it comes to arm talent in the draft, Tua don't got a better arm than him. Matt Jones don't have a better arm than him. Trevor, you can argue.
No,
Trevor is way more accurate, but strong.
No,
velocity. I don't know.
No, accurate, yes.
Accurate, yes. And I'm not. And T-Law, he raw. He got an arm too. But I just think that what people, they just catch up a lot of flack. He still got to prove himself, because there's still people. I just did a video with one of my boys today. They put him in the top 10. I was like, hold on, bro. He ain't in the top 10, bro.
He's not a top 10 quarterback right now. He says in this video, I want to bring this up. He says in this, and I'm not going to play it, but he says, I'm going to throw for 4,000 yards, over 4,000. The reporter asked him, there's never been a Bears quarterback to throw for over 4,000 yards. He says, this is going to be the year that I do it. I'm going to be the first to do it. It's doable in a high pass league. It's more doable than not, right? Does he have the pieces to complete that? Because basically he has to double what he did last season. So he has to. So if he threw for 17 TDs, he would have to probably get around 30 to 40 touchdowns. You know, which would place him in that category. He's still not a top.
Not that he could get 25, 20.
I say 28.
Yeah, 28. Like Jared Goff had 4,400 and had like 29 touchdowns.
Right. So but is he gonna be? And this is what I'm saying. Like Justin has to. Either the Bears are gonna have to do right by Justin and then place him in a situation where he can really win and really develop as a quarterback. Or if I'm Justin and I'm calling Rich Paul, I'm getting a different agent. I'm finding myself in Tampa Bay with Godwin. I'm finding myself with, you know, Bowles and a coach and a staff and an organization that cares about winning, because I just don't want to see him used up. I don't want to see them Cam Newton him, if that makes sense.
I have that slight fear too. And I think that's the only thing that's going to answer your question. Can he do it? He has the talent to do it. He has the pieces to do it. It's all about the trust of him and Luke Getsy. Because Luke Getsy was definitely not showing trust in him, and multiple times. There was multiple occasions in multiple games of that season where it was 3rd and 8 and I seen a halfback draw. That's showing lack of trust in your quarterback. And my thing is like, okay, now I don't know if it was because it's just something he's seen in Justin or he didn't trust the pieces around him, because there was multiple times we've seen Justin flat out put a hotline on somebody and it just dropped.
And they just dropped. They dropped.
So it's like this year, it's not even just Justin that we looking at. It's also Luke, because Luke is unproven too. He never been an OC before.
That and why isn't what his name? Benamy.
Eric Benamy?
Yeah, why isn't he?
Bro, that's a different story for a different topic, bro. But
let's go to the 2023 Bears NFL schedule. Let's go game by game. I'm trying to figure out, is this a playoff team?
I just did this today. This should be easy.
Let's go. All right. Week 1, September 10th.
Dub.
This is Green Bay. I got them winning.
Dub.
Yeah, I mean, Jordan Love, I don't have any faith in.
We starting off 2-0.
Tampa Bay, Week 2, September 17th. I have them winning as well, 2-0.
And we losing Week 3.
Week 3 against Kansas, 2-1.
It's a possibility we probably gonna lose Week 4.
But Russ is cooking this year.
That defense for real too.
Russ has to cook, or is he gonna get let go? So he has to.
Yeah.
So that's 2-2.
Washington, we owe them. We cannot get back for sure.
Yeah, they're gonna win against Washington. That's 3. So that's 3-2.
Now this is the one. We play Minnesota. I think we're home, so I think we picked them. I think I picked us to win.
Is it at home or is it in Minnesota?
Let me double check. I believe
it's at home because it's not at.
It's not that's what I said. I think it's at home. So yeah, I got us winning that one.
All right, 4 and
we definitely gonna split though.
Yeah, 4-2. Vegas, we can win against Vegas.
We can win, but we might. Yeah, I say we win.
All right, 5-2.
L.
San Diego's an L.
That's an L.
New Orleans is a.
That's the one I got us winning because I got a personal thing. My cousin is a Saints fan, so I want us to win, but we could definitely lose that game.
6-3. Carolina, I got us winning.
We winning.
7-3. Detroit, we winning. They don't even have a coach. I mean, they do, but
I don't know, bro. Hey, they might got us. I mean, we splitting. I feel like we're gonna get one game, but I don't know which one is home. I think they're in Ford Field.
They're at Detroit.
Yeah, so they probably winning that one.
All right, toss them. I still got them winning in Detroit. Either way, all right, 8-3 or 7-4. But they're gonna lose against Minnesota the second time around. So let's go 8-4. Bye week. Detroit, that's the split. 8-5. Cleveland. Deshaun Watson is fully healthy. No, he's
still I don't know. I
said Deshaun always been healthy.
Yeah. It's not even Deshaun. I'm looking at Deshaun gonna be Deshaun, but it's that defense. I'm worried about the defense. I don't know if they the same as what we previously went up against, but they still serious. So
yeah, Deshaun Watson. They got Miles.
He gonna come bounce back this year for sure. He gonna be back in that top 10.
All right, we're gonna lose that one. 8-6.
Yeah.
Yeah. Arizona, Kyle Murray
Dub.
put the video games down.
Dub.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm not scared of them. That's a dumpster fire right there.
9-6. Mariota and
Dub. That's not even Mariota. He in Philly.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's
Sam Howell.
Dub. Yeah, Dub. 10. Okay, Atlanta's 10, and then Green Bay again.
I say beat them again. Shoot.
You think we'll beat them twice in a row?
We probably split, but I don't think Green Bay like that for real.
So 12. We'll go 12-5.
I think when I did it earlier, it was 10-7.
You went 10-7.
I think that was a little high to me. I don't even think we're gonna get 10. I'm in the I think I'm in the 8 to 9 range.
Jeez, well then you got to change up some of the picks. I have them going.
Because it's a lot like that Vegas game we can lose, but I think we can win. Yeah. That Washington game we can lose, but we can win.
Let's bring out definite losses. Kansas is a definite loss.
Yes. I think Chargers.
Denver is a definite loss.
Chargers is a third. That's a definite loss.
Chargers is a definite loss. Cleveland's a definite loss.
I don't know. That's a definite loss though.
I think Deshaun Watson bounces back from all the drama and everything.
But this my thing though. Like if you really pay attention to the, we not that bad. We not a 3-win team.
So
we could have beat, like there was like 6 to 7 games we could have won last year.
Okay, but so even if let's say we improve, that's still only 4 losses on the year.
Yeah.
Out of 17 games. So we're not
I just don't think Cleveland is just we gonna lose. I don't think they that good.
If we beat Cleveland, we don't beat Arizona.
Arizona is a dumpster fire.
Look, I'm telling you, video game Murray is back.
Video game Murray, we don't even know if he coming back this year.
Yeah. Atlanta.
He is on schedule though, so I ain't gonna shortchange him.
Atlanta is definitely a win. Yeah, I got us. I think this is actually, I can see it 12-5.
We got the talent to be a playoff team. It's just I don't know because this whole North, the NFC North is a toss up. The whole NFC North is a toss up. Right? Anybody can come out the top. Like if Minnesota is out number 1, I won't be surprised. We're number 1, I won't be surprised. Detroit number 1, I won't be surprised. If Green Bay number 1, I'm gonna be surprised. I'm gonna be highly surprised.
If Jordan Love has a better season than Justin Fields, that says a lot right there.
I'm gonna be hurt.
I'm gonna be hurt, and then I'm gonna look at Green Bay and be like, they always knew. Let's take a quick word from our sponsors. We'll be back.
I literally just tried the best pre-workout on the planet. With Superpower pre-workout, you have increased focus and a power boost every single time you work out. It's not only packed with 225 milligrams of caffeine, but it also has citrulline and creatine. It's insane how much energy and focus I had during my workouts. If you're ready to take your workouts to the next level, then ditch your current pre-workout and get the Superpower pre-workout to be your own hero.
I'm serious. Superpower is where you need to go. www.cvmkglobal.store. You trying to do something? Trying to turn it around? It's turning around for me. www.cvmkglobal.store. Get Superpower Warrior Thirst Transform Protein. Look, let's talk sports commentary. Shannon Sharp is coming to ESPN.
Is he? That's confirmed?
That's not officially confirmed, but Stephen A. Smith says he's pushing for Shannon.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, I get what you're saying.
So it's confirmed without being confirmed.
Yeah, what's understood don't be explained.
Right. What does this mean if Shannon goes to ESPN?
It shows save. I won't say it fully saved them, but it's gonna give a lot of up like, okay, let me put it this way. If we talk about a stock market, it's a boost. Okay. It's a huge boost. I think one of the most entertaining parts of Stephen A is probably Wednesdays is when he going back and forth with Mad Dog, and when even during football season when Michael Irvin was there, that was one of the most entertaining spots. So we can already see the type of debates that's going to happen between them. And that's the entertainment part. That's the whole entertainment part what we want to see. And we just getting I mean, don't get me wrong. I love the Swagoos. I love the Perkins. I love all of them. I love Ryan. I love all of them. But Shandon built himself a different type of name ever since he didn't start Club Shay Shay. So you bring Club Shay Shay and you bring in the Stephen A. That's gold. That's gold. I don't see how that not work. I will watch. I already almost watch every morning, so I'm definitely gonna be tuning in.
I think this is what I think. Shannon goes to ESPN. ESPN's ratings double because Shannon was undisputed. You know, nobody was watching.
Sure, nobody was watching Skip.
Yeah, nobody was watching Skip. Club Shay Shay is for real, and people want to hear Shannon Sharp speak. To the point, you ever have too much of a good thing? Like too much ice cream, too much apple pie, too much pop. That's what's gonna happen. It's gonna catch fire, and First Take will hit. Like, remember when Skip and like Stephen A were at it, like it was like
that peak.
There was no other voice in sports, right? That's what's gonna happen. But kids to keep their egos at a point, because something about it, man. You know, it's you an alpha until you meet an alpha. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I think ever since the little Max Kellerman situation was like, they felt like it was an ego trip on Stephen A. And I feel like it was more of like they just didn't click, and he noticed that it didn't click, and it was like, I don't really like. It's not. Mainly, I really feel like it wasn't fun no more because at certain times you can actually see. In the like when he had them ridiculous takes like those, I think Kawhi Leonard is more clutch than Kobe. Yeah. And him I was him walking off real like I'm not finna sit here and have this discussion with you. I'm just not. And there's more than one a case when that happened, and I just felt like Max Kellerman was just they jailed for a little bit, but eventually we got tired of it. Versus them two, that's just not something we're not gonna get tired of. Because if you can sit there and deal with Skip for all these years, you better be sitting there skilling with Club Shay Shay.
That's true.
Because that's just me. Because like to me, because that's another thing about Stephen A. I think he puts on more of a character than y'all understand.
That's not really who he is.
It is it's almost like wrestling.
Oh, I got you.
It's almost like wrestling. Like this. One thing they say about to make your character is you, but just a volume turned up a little bit. They say Stone Cold is really Stone Cold, it's just turned up. I think Stephen A is like that to a certain degree. Like when you listen to him on his podcast versus
he's different.
It's completely different.
He's different on the podcast. He's smoother.
Yeah.
He's softer in a sense.
Yeah. Like, it's like calm. It's reserved.
Like,
yeah, he's like, reserved.
He's reserved. And then he gets on the show. And then he's like, right.
It's a whole character.
Look at that vote.
And the reason I be paying attention so much because my mom cannot stand it. Like he ain't got all this money. I'm like, you can't tell that's a character. Like just like he just the way he talking. Like, do you think you have the mitigated gall? Do you think he talks like that for real?
So he's like, these got the mitigated gall to say something.
Right.
He says, just say it.
Just say it. Say it, JJ. Say it. Say it. Go ahead. Say it, JJ. Say it. Like I've been watching. I think, and it's just made me just different me because to me, I just study people, anybody on the street. I just study body language. I study mannerisms. I just learn. I watched him long enough when I can tell when it's him and when it's just character Stephen A. And I can tell when Club Shay Shay and Club Shay Shay 24/7. There's a calm Shay.
There's a calm.
It is, and. When it's on TV, I don't want to see calm Shay. Imagine if you see imagine if just Stephen A just completely stop acting like Stephen A for a day.
You want Lakers.
It's gonna plummet.
You want Lakers game Shannon Sharp. You don't want Club Shay. We want Lakers game. That man running up against NBA young guns.
Hey.
Like, what?
Hey, when his dad popped up, that was the funny. You ain't gonna do it. You ain't gonna do it. I was cracking up, bro.
Shannon Sharp and apologize like it was done. He's like, I want to apologize. You should never did that. Look, we got one more segment. I want to talk about, first of all, I'm a huge fan of the Gilbert Arenas podcast because this is one of the most
Bro.
I gotta play this. Is KD a leader? But just a quick word from our sponsors. Hey, what's up? It's CVMK33. Look, I want you to subscribe, hit the notification bell, subscribe here, everywhere, so you can get the latest and greatest of this podcast content. Stay tuned. All right, y'all, www.cvmkglobal.store. Last segment, we got to talk about this because the Gilbert Arenas podcast, they feel like nothing is off limits. And those, Brandon, Rashad, Gilbert, and old dude, they go way too far, but it is too funny.
Bro,
on a Thursday. Huh?
What
Thursday.
No.
I'm asking because no, this is his team, right? So this is his team. So he's definitely.
Is it his team though, or is it Booker's team? Brooklyn was
Katie's
Brooke. Go for Brooklyn.
No. Okay, no. The conversation is what do we consider making someone better?
Like
What does that actually mean?
like okay, like who's like LeBron, right? Like when guys play with LeBron, do they become better? Like K-Love. Yeah. I'm asking, like, did K-Love become a better player? Did Tristan Thompson become a better player?
Did they?
I'm asking you. I'm just asking you. Like these guys, the guys. No, the guys.
Hey, what is doing?
Making like who were running the teams, right?
Bro, it's his face, bro.
When you come play with them, are you getting better?
In history, is that actually been an actual fact?
Yeah, Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant.
Okay,
yeah.
so
that's not a fact. I ain't even bring that up.
Everybody around him.
Steve Kerr.
Everybody around the mindset, the mentality. Everybody around him.
John Paxson.
Hold on.
Everybody around him. Everybody around him.
So Jordan made them better. So when Jordan
because
left,
his level of play.
so when
And his confidence in them to
because
make
his level.
shots.
Yeah,
Cool.
and when he left,
What?
they still went to the Eastern Conference Finals. Yeah,
and they played better. So
no, but I'm saying they still.
No. When we say making someone better, means in theory it means this.
Let me pause this, boy. They try to take my stuff off monetization. So,
Right. You gotta watch that.
right, they be like, wait a minute, how long was that clip?
Man, it was 4 seconds. Stop playing with me.
First of all, we'll end on here. Whose team is it in Phoenix? And if it is KD's team, can people stop griping on KD and recognize him as a leader? Or is it
He's not.
He's not. Why isn't KD a leader?
He's not. He's proven it in every destination. It's crazy because you didn't necessarily throw this at me as a topic, but I'm glad you did because I just had this conversation with one of my best friends. I was like, bro, if you look at from OKC to Brooklyn to now, you're going to. I said to now, you're going to see it. I'm kind of speaking it with the Phoenix. But from Brooklyn to OKC, he has shown that he's not the leader that you think he is. KD, I don't care how much he wants to phrase like he don't care. He does. He cares very much. He wants to be labeled as a Kobe, a LeBron, a Mike, and that's truly how he wants to feel. But he feels in his heart that's what he is. But when it's time to hold people accountable, he don't want to do it. When it's around, when he not out there speaking life into people, yeah, in certain stances he is, but you know you can speak life into.
I know what you mean when I said you're not speaking life into anybody.
But yeah, but like he's not out there doing that. When Russ was out there tripping, when those times when he did trip, because sometimes y'all overdo it, act like it was his own fault. It wasn't. The times he did trip, I didn't see KD go up to him and say, "Hey, you tripping? Hey, stop!" Like just like had that conversation that a leader has, like LeBron had with D-Wade, and LeBron had with Chris Bryant, right. or Mike had with John Paxson. Like he never had those moments.
Right.
Ooh, I'm sorry, I didn't even bring up Golden State. Bam. So he goes to Golden State. He still wasn't the leader. He was the leader when it comes to making the shots. But who's the leader of the team? Steph and Draymond. When that whole situation and Draymond barked up that tree, he said and left.
Well,
what's happening in Brooklyn? Oh, come on, Kyrie. I want you to be here. We could be something special. Okay, you do something there. He ain't playing. Katie, you gonna hold him accountable? You gonna say something? No, it's his career. You know. Okay. he continues to miss games, miss season passes. Y'all have that one big game where he does that one series where y'all almost made it to the finals, but your shoe was too long, so you missed. And he played for them last 20 games, and then he did the same old thing. Came back, was lying, talking about he don't want to come out because of coronavirus, but we caught you in the party dancing with your family with no mask on. But KD, is you gonna say something to your teammate? He leave you kind of out here dry. Oh no, he's on, man. Okay, you go bring James Harden in. Okay. He start holding people accountable. I ain't finna keep dealing with this mug over here. I'm finna. Kyrie is on boss. Now that blow up. Now you're back over here. What you think finna happen with him? Cause Devin Booker gonna take that last shot. Oh, he a disciple of Kobe. I can see it now.
You're right.
Hey man, I make the most money. I'm KD. Boy, I don't care.
Right.
I'm D Book. And what you gonna do then? Do I believe he's gonna buck up and be that leader? No, because he hasn't shown it. Every time it was this.
Right.
He left.
That's true. But look, we're living in a different NBA. My final thoughts on that is I don't have the Phoenix Suns getting to even the Western Conference Finals. They're definitely not getting to the NBA Finals. I don't see Kevin Durant winning another championship. What's going to end up happening? The NBA has already approved 2 expansion teams, Seattle and Las Vegas. So you're talking about the next 5 years, Memphis and New Orleans is going to move to the East. So, which is going to help John Morant out.
Thank you. I was so tired of that geographically. That used to bother me growing up. I'm like, bro.
Well, are they in the East, right?
Yeah.
So they're going to be in the East. The West is the teams are set. I mean, like literally, like we're about to start seeing competition again.
I love that.
And
that's nasty.
The Suns will not be. They will make the playoffs. Yeah, that will be exciting to watch. But a team riddled with injuries. Love Beal. Love to watch KD play, but that's not a championship formula. The Nuggets most likely will come out the West next year. If the Lakers don't, they got to get one person or Anthony Davis got to add 20 pounds of muscles. What they need to do is go back and get Dwight Howard out of Taiwan because he's averaging 100 points over there and it's not even fair. You need to come back here because I guarantee you, if they had Dwight Howard, they would have beat the Denver Nuggets.
If they just had some more bodies. But yeah, I don't know if 100-pound of muscle gonna help AD. I think he need to go talk to Goku and see if he got one of them hyperbolic chambers he could sit in for a couple months. and just sit there and dwell till something happen. And then he go ahead and do that. But
he need a sensu bean.
And for real, because like at this point, I don't know if losing weight, gaining muscle, getting rangy, doing yoga, I don't know what's gonna help him because he can literally drive to the basket, bounce off somebody's chest, and sprain his shoulder.
Yeah, I think it's psychological with AD. I really do. I think it's psychological with him. Like something.
Everybody be hurt. He just be hurt. He don't be injured.
Look, this has been another episode of CBK. Steven, where can they connect with you, man?
Hey, follow me on. You can follow me at Stevo Speakz on all social media platforms. I'm also on NBA Central, the YouTube channel. You can follow everybody over there, the NBA in the Central family. We got baseball, we got football. We got people doing soccer coming soon. We even got a Blackhawks channel just guarding. They getting the bus. And shout out to Joes and Scopes. Shout out to Chicago Bull Central Podcast. My boy Hayes, all of them. And y'all can follow us over there.
Hey, y'all follow them over there, man. You know, and you know what you got to do? You want to keep saying this because we trying to turn this into something bigger than Club Shay and Joe Rogan. CBK Show Experience where it goes down. Your boy CBK33, Instagram. It is what it is _show. CBK _global. And until next time, guys.